Hi, this is IK. Welcome to Redux Thunk CRUD. CRUD. CRUD is an acronym for create, read, update, delete. Create, read, update, delete. Here happen read. And we see post 2, 3, and content, title and content. Behind every post is update and delete button. It is read. Always, in every application, we have at first read because we must see some data on the screen when before we start interaction with that web application. We open application, and when we open application, we cannot do anything, nothing. We can do nothing because we're waiting that application coming on the screen, that we see on the screen user interface. And user interface is design and data. And it is process of read. It is functionality read. After read, now I can add post. Okay, read means I see all posts here, concretely in this application. But every post I can read, okay, let's go by order, ascending from A to last letter. And here it is, for example, post X, and down something right, save post. It is, okay, loading, save post, it is down. Here it is post X, we see that post. After loading, we waiting promise and fulfilled, and we see it on the screen. Okay, it is create. It is for create new post. Now, we can delete that post. Click on button delete, and again waiting promise, and there is nothing. Again, delete this one, and etc. It is delete. Now, create, update, create CRUD, create read, we see, update, look at AA, update, post 2, I change in post Y, post way, and now here something writing, update. Yeah, look at it is visible. It is update, delete, create, read. Okay, I said all four and demonstrate here all four part of acronym CRUD. Now we can look at little longer, little behind scene. What happened when I post add post what happened when I push button save? I don't repeat what I said before in a lot of video because a lot of things happen. But in this video, I want to bold, mark, highlight Thunk. When I click Save Post, we dispatch Thunk. Dispatch Thunk add new post. Dispatch Thunk, add new post. Okay, click. And what happened from click on button, dispatch Thunk, and see that post there? What happened? Happened that dispatch Thunk, add new post with the parameter title and content. Uh, that Thunk function wrap around request, around post request, and every asynchronous, it is asynchronous, it is a request. What we request that server, mock server, received and take that post, that title and content, and include it in array posts, posts. And after that, respond if all is okay. Server does it and respond data. And that respond activate return that request return promise object and promise return title and content, same title and content, what is in server, go in server, return back with ID, because ID server give only ID, only server can give ID of new post, and responds back what catch promise, object promise, give us that response data. If all is okay, it is give us back title, content, and ID, title and content. And we must write reducer, and it would be payload for a reducer. Payload need action, Thunk send dispatch action, and in that action must be action type and action payload. Payload in this, when we spoke about add new post, payload is ID, title, content. What is type? It is fulfilled type. Before fulfilled or rejected, we now spoke about fulfilled. Always we have pending dispatch. Thunk always dispatch two action. One action is type pending, and in our situation changes only status in loading. Status was idle, now is loading. And it is pending. And in that period of time, we see loading with 3 dots. After pending, when process finished, start response, we have server respond to request. We have HTTP request. We have respond, server respond. How? Respond with the promise object, return to us response data. In that data is ID, title, and content. And we, Thunk, send that response data to reducer, send that, Thunk, send that to add case in extra reducer. We have right what to do with it, what to do with it in state, and Thunk dispatch action to reducer. Reducer is add reducer, and reducer, and it is how Thunk create action. And we said Thunk is action creator. How action creator? Thunk send action. Thunk send action. Action type pending, action type fulfilled, or action type rejected. How Thunk create action? Create it in post slice. Create it with extra reducer, with the object builder, with the add case method. Create action. And Thunk is action creator. Why? Because must create action. Action have two properties: string, type of action, and action payload. Okay, we can see concretely for this situation that action, how Thunk create action. Here it is. Post slice. Post slice is a place where we have all Thunk for CRUD. CRUD need for Thunk action creator. Here is add new post, and that add new post. You see here is a post add new post, and the second parameter is request. Request, it is asynchronous request, awaiting promise. It is action request post. There is endpoint address, and there is a parameter here. Initial post. In that initial post is title and content, and it is request to mock server. After request, we have a response. This Axios post, return promise, and promise waiting in the end of the asynchronous process. And the end of the asynchronous process can be rejected or fulfilled. If fulfilled, in response data, we have ID, title, content. Let's get down. See, where a return? Return to whom return? Return to reducer. Return to action creator. Action creator. Reducer, there is a state on input, but what state? State, original, actual state. Thunk don't send state. State exists. Thunk send dispatch action, and response data, return response data to a script to action creator. Action creator is something what we see now, where Thunk send the response data. Here it is, extra reducer. Extra reducer, there is a add case fetch, add a new post. Add new post, action type, pending, and page load, nothing. There is no page load because pending never have page load because pending is waiting for eventual payload. Payload exists if something exists on the server, but pending waiting. It is a waiting period. Why it is pending is important, and there is a separate dispatch. because it is a role of Thunk. A role of Thunk is inform Redux what happened during asynchronous process, asynchronous request and response. And the Thunk dispatch pending type of action immediately when we click in Save Post. That moment, dispatch, we dispatch Thunk dispatch Oven first dispatch, it is type pending. Dispatch action. It is what is action creator? It is action creator. It is place, final place where we create action. But to create action creator, we need Thunk. Thunk, we need promise. And we need response data. We need request response asynchronous. And that request response function request return promise, object promise, give us error or fulfilled, rejected or fulfilled. And the Thunk dispatch, function Thunk dispatch action creator. And action creator create action. This is action creator. But of course, it is nothing without Thunk. This is action creator. This is action creator for rejected, and this is action creator for pending. In CRUD, for CRUD we have 4 Thunk function. Every Thunk function, there is have 3 action creator. Thunk function is action creator, and the Thunk function must have all script needed for create action. All script is at first function, add new post. It is a Thunk function. It is action creator. We see all what is here. It is asynchronous space, awaiting promise, response data, and that action, that Thunk function must have a script add case to finalize action creator. Here is a string action type. It is fetching, look at in add new post pending. It is a string, it is properties, what we call action type. And action payload, here is, there is no action payload. There is only this flag loading. This flag would we use in a user interface to show loading animation. And the status is part of posts. Post is object with the posts array, status, string, and error also, in error null. Okay, it is action creator. If fulfilled after pending, we always have promise. A promise means object. Why name promise? Promise give us a promise. Promise that it will that we waiting it because it will arrive secure, positive or negative. If fulfilled, what no when is fulfilled? It's a no Thunk function. Below, in background of Thunk function, exists a middleware code, and in that middleware we have terms fulfilled, and that middleware see when coming data or when coming error. When coming error will be failed, status will be failed. when coming fulfilled, status is succeeded. It is declarative programming. It is declarative programming because you, like developer, you can ask yourself why I must write fulfilled. Who said where it is? From what coming fulfilled? I said you now, fulfilled is incorporated in a middleware, and it is declared in middleware. And not ask you can ask yourself, you must respond yourself that it is declaration. Declaration means, okay, it is like this, and you don't think about that. It is law. Okay, it is fulfilled. And we write that fulfilled here, and if fulfilled coming, uh, we have one Thunk function, add new post, but three creator. Creator for pending, creator for fulfilled. From what coming pending? Coming from middleware, declaration, pending, fulfilled. Who know when would be pending? It no Thunk function. It no Thunk function. How? But immediately when we push button save post in add new post form, immediately we dispatch Thunk. Immediately Thunk dispatch pending type action. Nothing happened. No load. It is phase of waiting. Only inform stat. Only change status loading, because a user selector in read in post list component, use selector will change state status, and it is enough for a re-rendering use post list. Post list re-rendered, and what we see in that re-rendered, we see loading with the three dot. Why? Because ternary, okay, postus list. Why? Because of ternary. Where is ternary? Here it is. What we see in post list, we see this. We see title post and content. What content is? It is post, list of post. Component name is post list. Content would be post list. But content can be loading also. And about what it depends. You see, about status. If status loading, what it is during pending type of action, after Thunk dispatch, pending type action, were changed only status to loading, from idle to loading. By a user selector, changes immediately change the state in post list, status from idle go in loading. And you see, if status pending loading, content will be loading, and we see it. We see that. Let's see. We see that. Save post, and we see loading. You see loading. And after that, we see post. After that, we have fulfilled, and we see all post. Loading. But it is about status. But when status equals succeeded, we see map. Posts is array from server full of post of code, and map is method of array, and map give us post by post, and every post there is a oven component with all JSX about post and creation JSX of singular post. Uh, why we need separate component for a single post? Because of solid principle. Solid principle, first principle, is separation by concern, separation responsibility. Post-assert is component responsible only for one post. How? Look at what there it is, every post, title, content, button, update, and delete. And we better maintain our better maintenance, and maintenance is most important because we create application one time, but always after that we long time maintenance it. Okay, and the expenses is in maintenance, and if we in maintenance confused and changes developers, etc., confused, uh, maintenance would be very, very expensive because we will have a stop application, searching for help around. What did somebody before in that place, etc., etc. Maintenance. Every 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 uh, responsibility there is a oven component. And okay, if not loading, not succeeding, it means reject or something other. We have this. We see error in button down. We see error because we received some error and we show that error here. Where was the loading three dot? If error would be error. It is immediately, would be visible immediately is below add the new post form. Because add new post form is up, below them is post list form. All together is on app component. Okay, better that I go in, that I continue in other video. In other video, because you and me need pause, and pause is the best when one video finished, one video is short as possible short, and we can pause and accommodate between two video and decided when look at other video. Okay, thank you for watching this video.